Bitwit's coverage of CES 2017 is brought to you by Fractal Design, MSI, and CableMod. Check out the links in the description below, or don't.
Alright guys, so if you take a look at this, this is the Captain EX from Deepcool. Many of you guys have already seen this cooler. It's one of the most recognizable AIOs in the market right now, just because it has a really unique look. But you can see it's actually changing colors right now, which is not something it did before, because it now has, where's the sign? RGB LED integration, which is pretty sweet. Right now this is kind of a prototype, so it's not completely fleshed out, but the final retail version will have this little adapter. So you get a little controller here that's going to connect directly to the AIO, and it's going to allow you to basically change to up to 16.8 million different colors in any way you choose. There's also lighting effects as well, so that's pretty sweet. To top things off, they've also included this magnetic RGB strip, so you can place this anywhere in your case, assuming that you've got a longer metal surface to work with, and it will sync perfectly with the LED on the actual water block to whatever your heart's content. So that's pretty cool. MSRP, I believe, is $20 more than what the non-RGB Captain EX is, so pretty reasonable for those who are looking for the utmost customization in their systems. One thing I wanted to mention is that this is the 240 millimeter radiator version. It does come in a 140 as well, and hopefully we're going to be able to see this in black and white according to the reps here. Again, this is coming in March, so stay tuned for that. All right guys, so you remember the Tristellar? Welcome to the Quadstellar. So this thing is pretty beastly, and the reason why I already like it a little bit more than the Tristellar is because it supports full ATX, not just mini ITX, so there's a ton more functionality you can squeeze into this bad boy. Look at this. Drive situation here, pretty ridiculous. Get two USB 3.0 ports on there. Full tempered glass. We're gonna get back to this front area in a second. There's something pretty cool that I might be able to show you. RGB LEDs, there's an RGB controller that's inside here, right behind that panel, that you can pretty much get access to anywhere from 0 to 16.8 million colors, no big deal. And then we've also got this ridiculous setup for graphics cards. You've got 3 PCIe slots right there by 16s. You can see that they're completely separated from the motherboard, which actually gets mounted underneath. I can see some grommets in there. They're not actually letting us access in here because it's kind of prototypey, but from what you can tell, does look like there's some decent cable management. I mean, it's obviously pretty large. It's a pretty, I don't have a banana for scale, unfortunately, but it is pretty sizable. However, it's made of aluminum, so it does stay relatively light for its size. And the thing I wanted to say about these panels is that they look closed, right? They're super closed right now, right? So it kind of looks a little bit restrictive, but there's actually temperature sensors inside the chassis, and when it gets past a certain threshold, these panels will actually automatically open up to allow for more airflow inside the chassis. So that's pretty cool. And that already comes pre-done. You can actually adjust that threshold as you see fit for whatever your thermal requirements may be, and that's pretty much it. I think they said that they're trying to keep this around the $300 MSRP mark, which I believe is a little bit cheaper than Tristellar actually, so that's super exciting to see. All right guys, that is going to wrap it up for my coverage of Deepcool here at CES 2017. I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors before I go: MSI, Fractal Design, and CableMod. Go ahead and check out their stuff in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.